5 straight cocktail party losses. That's unheard of, Chris Doering. Actually, it's not, but I miss the glory days in this series of cycles. What's up, big boy?
Good morning, man. Yeah, 5 straight. I think we said on our show that dates back to 78 to 83, which was the prime of my childhood, being haunted by those guys. So, it took me right back to being a kid, man.
Yeah, it's no fun. It's no fun. Look, Florida played hard. They tried. Let's zero in though on DJ Lagway, Chris. Tell me what you think. You've watched him this season. I mean, he's an average quarterback. Is there something to salvage there? He had that one run where he looked like he got shot out of a cannon. I didn't think it was him. I haven't never seen him run like that. And I'm like, where has that? And I know he tries to go side to side, which is dumb because he doesn't usually. But just give me your overall evaluation of what you think of DJ Lagway year 2.
Well, I think there's this misconception that he's a dual-threat quarterback.
Right.
I think he's able to run. I don't think he's an adept runner. So I think first we got to kind of change our mindset on him. Secondly, I said this yesterday on our show. Like, I wonder what he would be like if he had a full off season with the spring and the OTAs and fall camp to be able to see what his progression would have been like, because his fundamentals are really not very good. His footwork is awful. There are times you have to be consistent. I never played quarterback, but I was in the quarterback room all the time with the receivers and Coach Spurrier and some great quarterback coaches at the NFL level, and being able to do things just like a golf swing over and over again the same way. Your footwork has to be the same way. Your ball placement, where you hold the ball, has to be the same. That's what creates accuracy. And multiple times in the game, you saw bad footwork on the drop back. You got to have confidence and step up in the pocket. I don't know if he doesn't trust his protection, but there was good protection there from the offensive line, from the running backs. You have to step up. He has this bad habit of fading away when he throws the football, which takes something off the ball. It doesn't allow him to be as accurate as he could be. There missed a corner route to Tank in the end of the second quarter that was there.
Huge shift.
Times, when he fell down, slipped down, he's taking these long strides. He's got to step up and hit the shallow cross. Would have been a big gain there. Obviously, the throw when you got Sturdivant behind the secondary, that never should have happened. He never should have been that open. You have to hit those passes. I saw probably 5 or 6, including that one, that should have been plays that a quarterback that's making the kind of money that DJ's making should make. And I guess we can feel different about it now. There was a day you didn't criticize kids in college, but these are highly paid players with an expectation that you can come in. You said average. There's a difference between being an average quarterback and being a great quarterback. And the great quarterbacks can make those plays in clutch situations. I've seen him make some big throws at times, but not when Florida needs it the most. And I guess maybe the Tennessee game when he came in last year, but I love the kid. I want him to be better, but I don't know if we have an expectation for him that's just not possible.
Yeah. I saw him, that 50-yard throw. It looked like he put his whole body into it. I can't help but wonder if there's still some remnants of injury or the shoulder damage. Does that have to get fixed in the offseason? Go ahead, Jeff.
Well, before you answer that, Chris, about that play too, I was wondering this from a receiver's perspective. How far past the defense do you run before you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, should he have kept going? Or?
Well, no, or should have stopped. Yeah. I mean, right?
That's what you're right about that. Okay. I would have liked to have seen him come back to the ball a little sooner. I watched it from the sideline perspective and the end zone perspective, like coming back to the ball, being able to judge the ball in the air is one of the most important things that you can do as a receiver, as an outfielder. I mean, most sports like that, you got to be able to judge the ball well. I thought he kept going up the field a little too much. Again, this is a throw that DJ should be able to make. There was nobody there.
Right.
He should have set his feet and thrown the football and got something else into it.
Yeah.
But I think Sturdivant could have come back sooner. He did slip, as he was trying to come back, and so that probably prevented him from being able to make a better play on the ball. But that's there a couple times we did take advantage of it when Trey Wilson got behind the defense on that first touchdown. But man, there were plays to be made, and I guess we'll never know how much the injuries have still affected him or are affecting him. But it doesn't necessarily look like the guy that was letting it loose last year at times.
Yeah. So I have no confidence in this football team. I appreciate the way that they played. I hope they keep fighting. Obviously, pay great attention.
Injuries piling up. Now Dallas Wilson out for the year, we learned.
Yeah. Also, and again, I don't need to pile on Billy Napier. He's gone. But, Trey Wilson having that type of game just sits there when we've watched him run back and forth for a year and a half up and down the line of scrimmage. It was nice to see him get to run down the field.
That looked like, to me, a receiver coach taking over the head coaching position. Like, here's a guy that we've been underutilizing. I see every day with my group in my room, and we're going to make it a point to get him the football. He was great, and then he looked like the Dallas Wilson from the Trey Wilson from 2 years ago. It just makes you wonder what we've been missing out on when we've been focused on trying to throw the football to the tight ends more than maybe the most talented group of players we got.
The short answer is IQ. That's what we've been missing, Chris. We've been missing some IQ there. I need you to do something for me, my brother. Our voice, as loud as we try and scream it, it's only going to go so far. I need you to take care of a football procedural rule change. Okay,
please.
I want this process has been so broken for so long, and I think there's a fix there. I don't know why it's not been bridged.
No.
This is how replay should work, Chris Doering. There should be 4 dudes in a soundproof isolation booth. They could be playing bridge for all I care. And when a play that is up for debate happens, you send it to them.
Okay.
And they just got one simple process. Here's the play. Is this complete or incomplete? You don't know what it was called. You don't know who's winning. You don't know who's playing.
Okay.
But it's so biased against what's often incorrect. And I'm not saying the Sturdivant catch was a catch or not. That's just the most recent example. It's so flawed and broken. I don't know why you even use it.
Yeah, you put me in a tough spot here. Obviously,
do it.
But
soundproof isolation.
It's been a tough year for officiating crews, and it's not just the SEC. I mean, go look at the end of that Miami SMU game the other day. There were some egregious misses there. Clemson had some things to complain about as well. So, I don't know what the solution is. I know that there's a lot of people that are excited about seeing the transparency with the ACC and their review process. That will never happen in the SEC. But I do think that there has to be a part of it starts with what can we do to get better angles on. I didn't think there was a great angle on the Sturdivant attempted catch, but I also thought there were some bad calls that went against Georgia as well. So I don't know if that it was as
I hear you.
As maybe we'd like.
I wasn't even speaking about this play. I just mean in general. I wish the process of replay would change. So
he doesn't like the fact that
you got to overturn
they're
anything.
telling you this is a completed pass, so there's not enough evidence to overturn it. He wants you to go in blind and just decide
what it is,
what the result is,
without the
prejudice.
What the catch was originally.
Correct.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Just look at it. Is this a catch or not? They called it a catch. You got to have overwhelming evidence. So even if it's the wrong call. You're asking for overwhelming evidence to change a wrong call. It doesn't make any damn sense at all.
But don't you think if they would have called that a catch
yes,
on the
that's
field,
the point.
I don't think they overturn it either.
Correct. And so there you go. You just summed it up. How can the same play be both complete and incomplete? And that's the problem with replay. If they sent it up incomplete, it's incomplete. Yeah. If they sent it up,
nobody wanted it to be a catch. I included it on my Chris Doering Catch of the Week nominees. Sure, I was.
That's our boy. I love that.
But then we got Billy Gonzalez saying, "Nah, he didn't catch it."
I don't know about
Billy's
that.
not very.
There's never been a time that I didn't think I caught it, so I'm not sure we can trust Sturdivant either. But and that goes back to some of what we had talked about earlier. Like, isn't that your job as the player and the coach to sell those things? Just like we're trying to get away with things like Brent Venables got in trouble for earlier. Like you're supposed to try to get away with as much as you can and make the officials make the right call.
All right, one coaching question before we let you go. Is there listen, Auburn opened up. There's not going to be enough good candidates, man. Yeah. Somebody better make a move here or do something. I'm concerned about that. And then, of course, a lot of the guys that we think are candidates are trying. Their schools know they're candidates, and they're trying to lock them up. You know, Rhett Lashley, another example. I mean, these are happening in front of our eyes.
Hold on.
Yeah.
We're not gonna take some time to laugh at the clown show that was that LSU press conference on Friday?
Oh, we should do that. Did you get Peter Burns eat worms about that? Is he embarrassed?
I was on set. We did it live.
Okay.
And the thing that stood out to me was like this superiority complex that they had about how great LSU football is. Like, look, I love LSU football. I got so many friends there, but like, let's not act like it's God's gift to football fans.
You're not Alabama, there, friend.
Right.
But it's you talk about all the jobs that are going to be open.
Yeah.
These guys have sabotaged themselves in terms of how they've handled it. The governor talking about how we're going to change the way contracts are written. Like, do you think that there's any top coach? They're going to have to go a totally different route than what everybody else is going, because I'm not sure anybody's going to come in and you're not going to pay me as much. I'm not going to have as big of a guarantee, a big of a buyout. Sounds good to me. Yeah.
And if I go 9-3, I'm fired. Yeah. No thanks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
that's fair.
They're going to go a little different route. But I'm with you, man. I said it last week. It's a game of musical chairs, except not too few chairs, too few qualified people to sit in those chairs. And I guess there was nothing else you could have done with Hugh Freeze in that situation. Like, is that the biggest coaching failure in the SEC?
Very surprising to me. I thought he was a great fit. I thought he would have succeeded. He won I thought that was a good hire for Auburn. I really did.
I thought it was a good hire too. And the ironic part about it is, like, we put a stat up yesterday that I guess somebody had on social media. 3 defenses this year have not given up more than 24 points, right? Number 1, Ohio State. Number 2, Indiana, both undefeated, and Auburn, who's 4-5. You lose 5 games and never give up more than 24 points. It falls squarely on the shoulders of the coach that was hired to be an offensive genius and develop quarterbacks. But you went with Peyton Thorne the first year.
Boom.
You came back with Peyton Thorne the second year, and you went with Jackson Arnold, all of which ultimately ended up costing you your job.
I couldn't agree more. And my sister works at Auburn, so I was, I talked to her about it, and I was like, his biggest mistake was his choice of quarterbacks.
Yep.
But you knew that. I don't know. I think we all knew that going in. Peyton Thorne was average, and Jackson Arnold was average. I don't think those were good choices by him in the transfer portal, or like you said, sticking with Thorne, not developing a guy, and then 3 points at home against Kentucky, it was over. And then I read about the golf. Did you read about the golf?
I saw the headline. I didn't click on it.
They say that Hugh loves golf.
Okay.
And maybe a little too much. And he posted, they go and look at how many times he posted his gin score. Because he played 10 rounds of golf. And he has a standing order on Fridays, sometimes during game week at the Auburn Country. Little things like that. You got to be careful, man.
But that was what he was doing at Liberty. And maybe, should have been happy with what he was doing there, winning.
Good point.
Playing golf, enjoying his life. And I think we all have that competitiveness in us. But, this was set up for failure in the offseason because, remember, they weren't recruiting very well in this cycle. He was playing golf a lot. Everybody was criticizing him for that. Then he comes out and said, what's the goal this year? To get bowl eligible. So maybe he knew they weren't going to be very good on offense.
Yeah.
But that's a championship-worthy defense. And I feel bad for the Auburn fans because Auburn, that's my favorite. Jordan Hare was my favorite place to go play.
Great place. Great place. Yeah.
And his record at home, I think it was 4-9 against SEC opponents at home, something crazy.
6-16 overall. I'm with y'all. I'm shocked. I thought that would be a good hit.
But hey, be careful what you wish for. You fired my guy Chiz 2 years after a national championship. You fire Malzahn after 8 and 9 win seasons every year, and here you are, coaches later.
All right. Fair. Well, good stuff as always, Chris Doering. Get to work. Tell Peter Burns he eats worms. We love you. See you, buddy.
Hey gang, Hicken here. Thank you so much for watching 1010XL Gators on YouTube. Before you click away, please like this video, subscribe to this channel, and be sure to check out our other team-specific channels on the 1010XL network on YouTube. Appreciate y'all, Googans.